We're going to look next at the trigger system for the blocks. I've placed in one that's called block thumbnail. This one actually has animation properties to it. Notice the flashing right here. So this is going to have all of the basic animatable elements to it so that when you are using something and you want to see it working, you can go to the block thumbnail one. We're going to go inside of here. And if we scroll down to where we have our 4 blocks right here, we have our first one. This is going to be the trigger settings. It's going to say whether or not, if something hits it, whether or not it's going to be triggered to make an event happen. You can have an unlimited amount of times on it, or you can actually turn it off and only repeat it for a set number of times. Over on the right hand side, we have it's going to be triggered by player, target, or any tile. Remember, in a previous video we looked at the target trigger brush. That one would be done by target. Any tile means that anything, whether player, target, or just regular tile hits it, it could activate it. We'll go ahead and take a look at all the basic stuff and then go through several examples with it. The other part is our trigger activator. This is going to be how does it get activated. By trigger meaning that you simply touch, the object runs into it. You have an option for it by touch, meaning a mouse click or a touch device. The trigger or touch means it's looking for both, either or, and then the other is a required. You have to put an object on it and you have to click on it. Alright. The lock trigger on enter means that the first time you're on it, you've actually locked to the trigger element, so it's going to keep this locked from any others from actually going to it. If you have multiple players, you can turn it off and have multiple players onto the same one, turning it on and off. And then the autoplay animation is when you actually have an input coming into it, and we'll look at that one in a specific case. Trigger state is going to be what state happens when. On start, do you want to trigger the element at the very beginning, when you enter it, when you exit? And if you want to turn it off, do you want to turn it off on enter or exit? And then the last one is going to be the block. The block is going to be saying where is it in relation to the object, and we'll look through all of these individually and take our time to make sure we understand them.